Hi everyone, Deathclaw Girl here, and welcome to another one of my videos. You can help support this channel by subscribing and liking, and if you want to throw me some caps, there's a link in the description. And now to this guide. In this guide, we're just taking a look at the Awareness Perk Card, and then we're actually going around and using the Awareness Perk Card to see the damage resistance on quite a few of the enemies around the wasteland. If you like this guide, throw it in the comments and I'll make another one because there's still a lot more creatures I didn't get in this first guide. You can also go into the description and look at timestamps for key moments in case you're wanting to jump to a specific part of this video because it will be long. This guide will also be very helpful in farming XP because a lot of the critters and beings that I will be going to are high XP when taking them out. Super mutants, Deathclaws, and the such. First, let's look at the perk card Awareness. You can get it as soon as you reach level 27 or utilize it as soon as you reach level 27. It is already maxed out with 1 star, but if you notice up in the upper left-hand corner, it does take 2 points in perception to actually slot it. So I don't recommend actually having this card when you're going out and about to actually take on the wasteland, but it is a fun card to kind of go around and just check out all the different levels that are going on if you're not really in combat. So that's why I'm doing this guide, just to kind of have fun and also to see what some of the resistance are for the critters and beings in the Fallout 76 wilderness. First up, one of the Deathclaws. Now, he will always spawn at this location, so it's a good farming spot to know about for XP and for just Deathclaws. The Deathclaw is located at the Thunder Mountain Substation TM02. It is just east of Foundation. Different types of Deathclaws can spawn here, and today we have a glowing Deathclaw. This one is a level 100, and let's go through what the symbols mean. So the shield is basically ballistic resistance, 144. The lightning bolt is energy weapons. Next is the radiation symbol, which looks like it has no resistance against. But I did a little research. It actually means that it is immune. So radiation damage does not affect the Deathclaws. Probably because they are a mutated critter. And then the fire, of course, is fire. The snowflake is cryo weapons. And what looks like a water drop is poison resistance. So it looks like completely immune to radiation damage, but it looks like your best bets will be cryo or fire, and then ballistic. So what you're looking for on these numbers is low numbers. Next up, we're going to be looking at super mutants, including the super mutant known as the Behemoth, which is usually the boss of all the super mutants in the area. I'll be going to 3 different locations because each of these locations will have a behemoth at them. All 3 of these locations will be excellent XP farming. First up, our goal will be the abandoned Bog Town, but we are traveling to Pylon V13 to get there for fast travel. And here's a helpful tip. The Pylon V13 will always have some sort of cryptid there. So the rotation, not in any particular order, crawlers, anglers, gulpers, and snallygasters. So let's go ahead and take a look at the damage resistance for these 2 snallygasters. Used to there was 3 cryptids at this spot, but they reduced it to 2. But if you are XP farming, you might as well go ahead and take them out before you move on to the super mutants and the behemoth. I do have one criticism for the awareness. Sometimes you can't read what's going on because it kind of blurs out. I don't know if it's because of the white or what's going on, so I think it does need to be fixed. This glowing Snallygaster has at level 75 has 52 for ballistic, 95 for energy, radiation immune, 41 for fire, 27 on cryo, and 766 for poison. So don't bother with radiation or poison on this particular critter. Let's move on to the Behemoth and the Super Mutants right next door at the abandoned Bog Town workshop. So the abandoned Bog Town is a gold mine for farming XP. I mean, you have this Behemoth here and I think almost 20 Super Mutants. For high level players, this Behemoth will always be a level 100. Today he's a glowing one and his resistance are 111 to ballistic, 75 to energy, no radiation, or immune to radiation, 101 for fire, 75 for cryo, and 319 for poison. So don't bother with poison or radiation. It looks like your best bets is actually energy weapons and cryo, followed by fire and ballistic. All behemoths and super mutants most likely will be the same. So let's look at the other types of super mutants that are here. Here we have a warlord. Next up is a gladiator. He's a level 100 and has a symbol for boss. Here's a level 50 brute along with his mutant hound buddy, diseased vicious, 75 level. Level 100 demolisher. Level 100 deadly mutant hound, another warlord. Now this master is only a level 60 and another warlord. The second behemoth location is going to be down at the Grindstone Ark, which is down in the new Shenandoah area. Your free fast travel point will be that trading post that's down there. Now there are very few super mutants here, so I'm not going to really focus on them. There's an overlord. I'm going to show you where the behemoth is. He's kind of hidden. I mean, you might have been to this Grindstone Ark and not even know that he's here, but he's up past this gate. So basically off towards the left from the fast travel point. He is a lower level behemoth, but he's all by himself, which is nice. I really wanted to put a camp here, but you can't because it's a map marker place. But the next behemoth I am taking you to, unless they've changed it, you can actually put your camp here. If you are XP farming, you can go ahead and take out these blood eagles that are actually at the vantage. But that is the closest fast travel point for this next behemoth. And again, this behemoth, you can actually build your camp around this little lake, which is pretty awesome, though he might take quite a bit of damage from this particular behemoth when he wakes up. Again, if you're XP farming, just take out these blood eagles that are at this the vantage. It's off to my right. I'll be turning slightly. There it is. That's the vantage. Whole bunch of blood eagles over there. Otherwise, you're going to kind of align at the bottom of my screen. You can see my compass. You're going to kind of align it to where the south is slightly to the right. And you're just looking for, there it is, a blue object sticking up. Some type of water pump, I believe. And there's a behemoth here. Yeah, he's all by his lonesome. Now he is another level 100. He happens to be a glowing one again. And I thought, why not do a little test? His ballistic resistance is 111. So I'm going to use a weapon that also has radiation damage, which it's not going to go against him, just to kind of test it out. So we're going to be using a gamma gun for this test. And let me show you the stats on it and the legendaries. So here it is. It's a gourmet. It does have explosive on it, so it is a little bit higher on damage, but it's coming from explosions. I think that's considered fire. Any veterans out there, let me know if that's correct or not. Explosions are considered fire damage. And +3 to intelligence. Okay. His fire damage is also low. Looks like it's only a 54, so let's see how it does. Oh, did his stats lowered? His ballistic dropped to 77 and his fire is 64. I'm gonna have to look at the video again and let you know if that is different too. Yes, his fire resistance was like 101, so having a weapon with explosive ammo dropped it. That's... I still don't know how you figure out the type. I think you have to be a math whiz to figure it out, but yeah. So his, what was his ballistic? 111, and his fire was 101. Now, of course, I have, I filmed for like an hour, so this is edited footage. So now I'm just realizing as I'm going through it, I didn't pay attention the first time. So if I create another guide, I definitely need to switch up weapons just to kind of test out how the different weapons affect the, the awareness, but actually their resistance. So that'd be cool. Looks like I actually learned something by making this video. And I actually lucked out on my trip to the abandoned Bog Town. There's a random spawn location just a little bit away from there. And yeah, there was a blue devil. So let's take a look at his resistance. Now, I had some problems with this one because, yeah, the Awareness Perk Card readings were all blurry again. I couldn't get a lock on him where it wasn't. So let me read it off. He is a level 100. The ballistics appear to be 157, energy 133, immune to irradiation, fire 40, crypto, sorry, I keep calling it crypto, cryo 212, and poison is either 83 or 63. So it looks like your best bet is actually fire, followed by poison, and then ballistic. Actually, it looks like energy is a little bit better than ballistic. And last but not least, we're going to go to raids and look at the very first boss, the EN06, and check out his resistance. Don't know, EN06 Guardian is part of a boss in a new section that was introduced this season, season 19. It's called Gleaming Depths Raids. And if you're wondering, I'm using a Gauss minigun at this time. I love this gun. One, it has a 750 clip on it, so it's excellent for this. And in case you've never been in this particular raid, the first thing you gotta do is take out his little shield before you can even start on the actual damage of the Guardian. Just a little bit of a tip. And let's look at his resistance. Now, I will point out I'm holding an energy weapon, so this is his resistance while I'm holding an energy weapon. Ballistic is 341, energy is 169, no radiation, so yeah, that's out, no radiation he's immune to radiation. Fire is 227, cryo is 341, and he's immune to poison, probably because he's a robot. And probably because he's a robot, he can hold up against radiation. So your best bets are energy weapons, followed by fire, but probably more like explosive damage than actual fire. The flamer has not a very great range. Even with a vampire, I don't think you'll last very long getting up on that little area, unless you, of course, evade all his attack. And then followed by ballistic and cryo. Cryo again, there is a shotgun, but it's very slow. So the actual cryolator, it's, yeah, a short range weapon again, so probably maybe not the best one to use. So I would say your heavy guns with a lot of ammo clip is your best bets for this particular boss, level 1 in the Gleaming Depths Raids. Well, that's going to be it for this video. If you found it helpful or interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, happy gaming. Yeah, get out there, explore, switch up your weapons while using awareness. I usually don't use it when I go for XP hunting, but it might be an interesting trip for exploring when you're not really going to be engaging the enemy, because yeah, that slot is better off used by a different perk card. So happy gaming and have fun checking out the awareness card. And I'll check you guys later. Deathclaw Girl out.